Cigars. I thank you so much for locking good vibes. This is like the Aftervybe of everything, just like the last time. I would say maybe a little eerier this time, but nothing where I'm like freaking out about. But there are a lot of changes on the Windsor walkie-talkie, so I was just like, wow, that's just crazy. That's phenomenal. And you like to feel that stuff because sometimes in our own personal life, say if a loved one has passed away, and not everybody's a believer on that, and I'm not trying to make people believe all of that, but people say they feel things, even if it's in the awakened state or if it's in the dream state, like they feel things. So that's why I was saying there's spirits all around us, because also too, we are spirits. That's my belief. I'm not trying to throw it on anybody else. Zaza. So, you know, I love going to the history of everything. William April Ellison, you can look up the history, but yeah, they got that gate around it. A lot of journalists like myself and ghost hunters, paranormal professionals, they've come to that particular family plot and done their thing, and some have yet to get over here and do it. Now the sun is going down, so I guess I better do this real quick. Alright, we got a little joke for you. We were joking around, right? There was this car that had like cowboy flags on it, but I couldn't see it because I was trying to pack things up and get them situated. So when I hop out, dip and dash, I can dip and dash very, very fluidly. So here's what happened. I was like, what kind of flags are got on the car? And the answer was nothing. And I was like, nothing? And then it was like Dallas Cowboys. I was like, ooh, y'all haters. That was really, really funny. I'm a Packers fan. You know what it is. And I rock with the Tampa Buccaneers because definitely from Tampa. And then I rock with the Carolina Panthers, with my maternal side being from the Carolinas. So, you know, it is what it is. I got to pick those college games. I'll probably just do that on Twitter. I don't think I'm going to jump online on BB Love Sports. That's BEBELUVSPORT. And I got just a little bit left of the Maduro. And that's by Vinegar. There were beautiful notes on this one. And surprisingly, there are beautiful notes on a lot of their cigars. This Maduro, again, plumed on me. So I'm definitely going to have the rest of this right for a nightcap, and then have some virgin sangria, because I got to be on top of my game, because it's a gig weekend, so I got to do what I do. But again, thanks for locking in. If you look back on both channels and just look for Vlogoween, I did the case study for William April Ellison, so I won't be doing the case study for him again. It's just that the first visit on last time, I felt regal vibes, like, you know, resting in peace, and I also felt like they were a proud family of color. And of course, you know, making your way through life in slavery times, and you are freed at a certain point because you're the slave master's son, and then you get to free your wife and most of all your children except for one, because of another slave master who was just like, nah. But he did allow that daughter again to stay in the house with them. And then surprisingly, that church, that's a Holy Cross church, is very beautiful. You can look that up too. I'll put all that in the description box for that particular road trip that we just did. But there's another church. There's a lot of churches up through that way. It's called the High Hills, and a lot of people from different places would come there because the summers wouldn't be as hot where they were. So it was just like they built their summer homes there. And so again, his plantation is still there. People still reside there. There was a man on the outside pulling weeds and stuff like that. And I was going to stop, you know, because I'm just that journalist. That's the journalist in me and everything like that. I was going to stop and ask him some questions. But, you know, nightfall was really falling. So, you know, myself being a hiker, when you hike, it's best to start early in the day, unless you're a through hiker, like a lot of my friends. And I want to give a shout out to Acuna. You can find him on Instagram. He's done the ACT and the PCT. He is a retired military Marine, and he's from New Orleans, and he's finished both of them. And he's a through hiker. That means you're hiking day and night, and then you got these shelters through some of the trails that other hikers build in case you find yourself where you need to rest. Oh my God, that would just be so dangerous to me. I am not that type of hiker. So I love living vicariously through my friends and then looking at other hikers on YouTube. So, yeah, it's just that journalistic nature that is about me to just ask questions and be, you know, inquisitive and stuff like that. So that's what I try to do in all aspects, to learn the history of things and just keep going from there. So yeah, that was really cool visiting that again. And you know, with the blacksmith, the first time we went, when I stepped out of the truck, I just heard this banging like it was you know, a blacksmith, and I was just like, whoa. And this time, and the first time I didn't bring any, well, yes I did bring the walkie-talkie, but I didn't take it out of the truck when I was standing out taking pictures and video of the graves. But I got back in the truck and I turned on the walkie-talkie and we heard a lot of frequency. So this time it was a little bit of slow history. I'm sorry, I got you all in the dark right here, but let's think of it as spooky ooky. Okay, so let's try that again. So getting back in the truck, it was a lot of activity, and then there was like a lot of vibrations around me. I was smoking that cigar down because I was like, oh gosh, that's crazy. Okay, because I was feeling loads of vibrations coming at me. But we must remember, not only was the Ellison family out there, you had slaves that worked for him, and you also had that whole Confederacy, because he did a lot of work for them. His sons even wanted to join in the Confederacy, but they couldn't because of the mulatto, that one drop rule and everything. So even through being the richest man at that time, a black freedman in that area and in the state, they still found a way to keep you in check. Yeah, I'm not going to give you your daughter, or you're not going to pay me money to do it, and I'm not going to do it. So see, that was keeping him in check. And the other was that his sons wanted to join and fight, since they built things for the Confederacy, and they were just like, no, we don't have people of color in this part of the army. So he was always reminded of his mulatto vibrations, that he had a slave mother and a white father who was the slave master. And it's just really good to know history. I know for myself, we did history on our family genealogy, and we knew a lot, all the way up to we had, let's see, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my great-great-grandfather. That's all I knew. But searching through the records, we found my 6th generation grandfather. I thought we just found my 5th, but after we started doing more records, we found the 6th generation grandfather, and we were in the same position as William April Ellison. My 5th generation grandfather was the son of the slave master. So that's why when we looked at his records, he owned real estate. A slave does not have any kind of real estate in those days. But because he was the son of the slave master, he made sure that, and a lot of them didn't do it. A lot of them just like, I don't care, I got a lot of kids around this plantation, so whatever. So there were some sympathetic, feel some kind of way about a child, that he gave real estate to my 5th generation grandfather, which was his son, and then, you know, it just kept going from there. So that's why I always tell people, I judge people by their character, not the color of their skin. And that 6th generation grandfather actually came from England, and then he settled into Virginia, and then he fought whatever war was going on. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then he owned some slaves and whoever was the slave woman, they had a child together, and that turned out to be my 5th generation grandfather. So there it is. So you got a lot of soldiers that came passing through there, so you don't know what kind of vibrations that you were picking up. So I didn't know what kind of vibrations I was picking up, but finally the Windsor, it finally did the different frequencies, and I thought that was really, really cool. So expect more great vibes with the cigars and the snuff, and that's it. That's all I got. So definitely want to thank you all. I want to chit chat for the after vibe and just kind of go from there. So you all have been wonderful. It is nighttime. I got to go chill and relax. But more will be coming on this channel and the next channel. And also make sure you follow me on the platforms if you want to. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's me. All over those platforms. I am not on Snapchat. Not at all. And I'm not on TikTok or anything like that. Okay. So that's all I got. And I hope that you all have a great TGIF. And look for the visuals to come. There'll be a lot more visuals coming to this channel, the first official YouTube channel, and to the second one. So you want to subscribe to both, or look at both until you're ready to subscribe. All right, everybody. Peace and love, and happy TG.